Hey everyone, it's Mary Ann from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees. So today, I know it's been a few hours since everyone was emailing and texting and calling us about today's news, but I did need a little bit of time to get things done, and we had to get a statement put out that needed to be checked, and it was important that I had that opportunity to do that with the people I needed to speak to. So, yes, I don't always need to be the first person to say something. It's just a matter of being able to say something that's accurate and answers all of the questions. Um, what you need to know is today, the United Federation of Teachers put out a statement that they were withdrawing from supporting the Medicare Advantage plan. Um, We were surprised to hear this, although we did understand it was said last week at the surprise MLC meeting that was called, or the urgent MLC meeting that they had called. But I'm happy that they did that, but I'm also recognizing that there's a lot more going on than we're being told. You've always trusted me that I get these feelings, but I want to be able to share with you our official statement and let you know that there's a whole bunch happening. Today, the United Federation of Teachers has finally acknowledged what hundreds of thousands of retirees have been arguing for years, that the city should not be forcing its elderly and disabled retirees off of traditional Medicare and into a dangerous for-profit Medicare Advantage plan. Retirees are grateful that the United Federation of Teachers has changed its position and withdrawn its support for the city's vindictive and unlawful effort to deny the elderly and disabled retirees the health care that they earned and were promised. The United Federation of Teachers, the largest municipal union representing over 120,000 city employees, has joined a growing chorus of voices calling for the city to stop its illegal scheme to force retirees into Medicare Advantage. For 3 years, an ad hoc coalition of retirees has been fighting the illegal scheme in the courts and in the city council. And while retirees have been continuously successful, winning 9 victories over 3 separate lawsuits and thwarting an attempt to change the law, the city still can't seem to get the message that enough is enough. It is time to come to its senses and end its senseless, illegal war on retirees. If retirees are forced off traditional Medicare and into the city's new Medicare Advantage plan, thousands will be denied access to the doctors they depend on and the medical care that they desperately need. And as the director of the New York City Independent Budget Office testified to in City Council, taxpayers will not save a dime. The New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees is calling on the Adams administration to protect retirees' healthcare rights and work with retirees to find real sensible solutions to today's healthcare challenges. Now understand something. We're retired unionists, and our times to negotiate is long gone. The promises made to us, as the court has said, should be promises that are kept. We believe, as we've always said, that Office of Management and Budget and labor relations has, with collusion with the Citizens Budget Commission and others, tried to destroy the healthcare program that was in effect. In 1967, when Mayor Lindsay passed Administrative Code 12-126, it was to give everyone equal access to healthcare benefits. There were no tiered healthcare. He didn't want some people to have better benefits than others because that's where it started. This gave us equality, like I testified to on January 9th of 2023. We believe that labor has value. And since the law does state that the city will pay the full cost of health coverage up to the HIP HMO for every employee, retiree, and their dependent, we should have equality in healthcare coverage. We earned it. The city's intent was to provide it, not diminish it. The healthcare savings that the Municipal Labor Committee talks about as not diminishing benefits, but saving $3.4 billion is also misleading. They narrowed networks. They increased copays. This is not healthcare. They suppressed the HIP rate, which suppressed what the city had to pay, which drained the stabilization fund even faster. Which is very funny. I guess it's not really funny. It's really sad because that's the same thing that Medicare Advantage does. It will drain the Medicare trust even faster. So we have said time and time again, this is not the way to conduct business. OLR and OMB know the difference between traditional Medicare and Medicare Advantage. They have wanted, especially Bob Lynn, since the 80s, has wanted to get rid of 12-126, has wanted to make employees and retirees pay for more health care at the urging of the Citizens Budget Commission. This is not a secret. And you've seen the op-eds come out of all these other organizations to the same effect. We're getting free Cadillac healthcare. That's really funny because I don't feel like I'm driving a Cadillac. This needs to end. Retirees that work for the government have value. We perform a service that is typically at a lower wage than our private sector counterparts. Respect what we earned. Respect the promises that you make to get us to come and work for lower wages. Don't roll that back. And don't create tiers that if you're a newer employee, you get less. If you're an older employee, you get more. And if you're a retired employee, we're going to rob from you blind. You shouldn't be doing this. And unions shouldn't be allowing you to do this. The next issue we're going to address is the Municipal Labor Committee, because it's time for change. For the sake of brevity, this will be about this, and the MLC video will come next. For today, we thank the UFT for walking back their support of Medicare Advantage and for hearing their retirees from the retiree advocate and their other members speak loud and clear, as we wish was heard 3 years ago. But I appreciate you for listening and finally recognizing that Medicare Advantage is not Medicare and it is not an advantage. And while you didn't necessarily say those words, I'm going to take the position that that's what you meant. So for today, I thank you. Tomorrow, we work on trying to help you get out of the hole that you're in. And with the experience and the knowledge that we have with retirees, if you're open to listening to that conversation, I'm sure we can help you. But the first issue to address is that you have been sold a scheme by OLR and OMB, and the mayor's position that it's a good plan, it just wasn't implemented adequately, is still inadequate. To this day, the mayor's office has refused to listen to the facts. And we won't end here. That education will continue. So, everyone, thank you. I will see you tomorrow morning, Monday morning. Have a great day, everyone. And to the UFT, again, and the retiree advocate, we thank you.